Hi everyone, it's Joy from Artful Homemaking. Today I wanted to go over the 7 habits of highly effective homemakers. These are 7 essential homemaking habits that will help your home run more smoothly and help you to be a happier homemaker. So I've wanted to be a homemaker as long as I can remember. I've just been fascinated by the art and the science of keeping house and making a warm and inviting home. So I've spent quite a bit of time studying it and looking at other homemakers. I've been privileged to have friends and family members who were amazing homemakers, and these are both full-time homemakers and those who worked outside the home, but they were still amazing at keeping their home neat and tidy and making it feel warm and welcoming. And so I always wanted to learn from these women and glean whatever I could that I could take into my own home and try to emulate. And so these are 7 habits that I noticed most of these homemakers seemed to embody. They practiced these habits, and I just really admired them, and I tried to follow them myself and make them habits in my own life. I haven't done it perfectly, and I'm still working on some of these things, even though I've been a homemaker for 21 years, which is a long time, and you'd think I might have arrived, but I'm still every day learning and working towards these things myself. But I wanted to share them with you today because I think they're inspiring. At least they inspire me, and I think that they're very helpful to know if you're trying to maintain and keep a warm and welcoming home environment. So the first habit would be to live with vision. You know, if you don't know where you're trying to go, there's no way you're going to be able to get there. You need to have some kind of vision first, and then use that vision to create a plan for how you're going to make that happen. So first, I would suggest sitting down and looking at how you want your home to look, how you want it to feel to your family members, to yourself, to guests, what kind of atmosphere you want it to have, and then trying to make a plan to put all those things in place. So make the vision first, or create the vision first, do some dreaming, do some thinking, of how you'd like it to be. Maybe you, like me, maybe you know some people who have amazing, welcoming, well-run homes, and maybe you could glean some ideas from them. So that's an idea, but however you get your inspiration, maybe from books or from people you know, write those things down that you've noticed in their homes and in their lives that are helping them to be a success. So number 1, live with vision. Number 2, follow a daily schedule or routine. This doesn't have to be rigid. It doesn't have to be something stifling or something you can't change. I change my schedule regularly to accommodate our ever-changing family. We're constantly having children get older and move into new life stages, so the schedule has to change with that. So I regularly revise our schedule and sometimes toss it out entirely and start completely from scratch. So just have some sort of schedule or routine that will help you to be implementing the things that you've identified as part of your vision. So the schedule is just there to help you realize your dreams. Each day that you work on your schedule, you'll be getting closer and closer to creating that vision, turning it into a reality, creating a life that you love and a home that you love. So have a schedule and try to follow it and make your dreams a reality. Number 3, get up early. I've often read that the most successful people get up early. Sometimes that annoyed me because at the time I was not getting up early. Sometimes I haven't been able to get up early. I've had some chronic illness. I've had sickness with each pregnancy. I've had lots of different life situations that made it very difficult or impossible for me to get up early. So if you cannot get up early, if it doesn't work with your life, just do the best you can. But right now I'm in a place where I am actively making it a concerted effort to get up early, and it's been amazing. It has made me so much more effective, and it's just really helped me. So I give this habit with caution because I don't want you to feel like a failure if you can't get up early or if it doesn't work with your current life situation. I think for me, it's best to get up early, and many successful people feel that getting up early is part of the key to their success. I just love being up and before the rest of the family and able to accomplish the things that are really important to me, like exercising, reading, praying, and making some plans and setting some goals, working on those things, it just changes my whole day, the times when I'm able to get up early. So it's a great habit. If it doesn't work for you right now, maybe you could put it, out there in your mind for some time in the future. But that would be the third habit. Is most of the homemakers I've seen that have very well run homes, they are able to get up early. So that's just a goal of mine. Number 4 would be to plan meals. And this can look like many different things. You can do this in many different ways, but have some kind of plan in place. Whether it's a loose plan where you just kind of know in your head, these are the things we eat, and you repeat these certain meals over and over again so that you don't actually have to plan. You just know we need to get these things. And we've done this in our home when things were kind of crazy. We just knew, hey, we know we can always make a roast chicken, so we would buy a chicken. We can make a roast, so we would buy a roast and some potatoes and carrots. So sometimes it can be really loose, or you can make a very detailed meal plan, like go through all your cookbooks and write down the recipes that your family loves and that you enjoy making, and you can create a whole meal plan around that. That works too. Just make it however you want to make it loose or make it very structured. You just need to have some type of plan so that you don't get to 5 o'clock and you have no idea what you're going to eat. 'Cause to me, that creates so much stress when I don't know what we're eating for a meal. Although I will say, if you can make sure that you always have some basic staples on hand that you can make a meal from this, that's really wonderful. Or if you can do freezer cooking in advance so that you have some meals in the freezer, that's really helpful too. Number 5 would be to use a cleaning schedule. And the reason this makes such an impact in the home is just because if you have a schedule and if you're cleaning things at regular scheduled times, your house will never get completely overwhelmingly messy. So I've found using a cleaning schedule to be helpful. I've done this many different ways as well as our home and family have changed. Sometimes one thing works and sometimes something else works. So this doesn't have to be rigid either. Just create a schedule that works for you. Write down the chores that need to happen on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and maybe even a yearly basis, and then just make a plan to make that happen. However it works for you, I've just found it really helpful to have a cleaning schedule so that I know that everything is being cleaned at regular intervals. Number 6 would be declutter and organize. And I think we really just have to make it a habit to be regularly decluttering and organizing different areas of our home. Clutter is a huge problem, and you can't organize clutter. You just kind of push this pile and that pile around. Especially if you live in a small house, it becomes even more important to focus on decluttering and organizing things. So I like to set aside at least one day a month, sometimes more than that, depending on, how much decluttering we need to do. But just set aside some time to declutter a certain area of your house. And I've always used the method that I learned from Emily Barnes, which was just to get 3 boxes. One is put away, one is give away, one is throw away. And you put the trash in the throwaway box, or actually a trash bag is usually what I use. And if something just needs to go to a different part of the house, you put it in the put away box. And then if there are things that you have no use for anymore, put it in the giveaway box, and you can load it up in your vehicle and take it to a thrift shop or some other donation point. And then after you get the decluttering done, if you set up some time to organize that area and create systems so that you don't end up with a cluttered mess anymore, it makes so much peace in the home. It makes everything run so much more smoothly if you have a system for regular decluttering and organizing. So that's the 6th habit. The 7th habit is to cultivate a cheerful and thankful spirit. And this habit is very important, primarily because it impacts the atmosphere of your home. If you are discouraged about the way everything is going at home or something else in your life, and you're depressed or angry or whatever all the time, it really impacts the atmosphere of your home. And I know this one is extremely challenging. I find it hugely challenging myself, especially when I'm dealing with health issues or financial issues or whatever it may be. It's so easy just to fall into kind of a grumbling, complaining spirit. But I found if I can try to focus on the things that I do have, and at certain points during different chronic illness situations in my life, I had to just be thankful that I had a bed. You know, I was in so much pain that all I could think of was, what do I have? And I was thinking I don't have my health. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. It was just awful. But I realized that there always has to be something that you can be thankful for. So I would be thankful that I had clean water to drink, that I had a cozy bed, even if I couldn't lay in it because I was in so much pain. You know, then I would be thankful we had a roof over our head. I would be thankful for the sun coming up and shining through my bedroom window, or, you know, maybe the sound of the rain. Whatever it was, I tried to find something to be thankful for, to turn my thoughts from a very difficult situation and things that just made me want to complain and think everything is wrong. It just helped me to feel more cheerful if I could think of something, even though it was such a difficult time in my life. So I found keeping a gratitude journal is really helpful to focus on things to be thankful for. And I try to write in my gratitude journal every day or at least several times a week. And every day I try to focus on things that I can be thankful for. And it does make a huge impact on just the way I live life. And it makes an impact on the atmosphere of our home. So that's a very important habit, very difficult and challenging to implement for me personally, but I think it does have a huge impact. So those are the 7 habits. Live with vision, follow a daily schedule or routine, get up early, plan meals, use a cleaning schedule, declutter and organize, and cultivate a cheerful and thankful spirit. Those are just 7 things I noticed that came up again and again in the successful homemakers that I knew, that I read about, and I think they really help to make a home run more smoothly and to just help a homemaker to be happier. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.